So now we're going to do some foot and ankle stuff. So I want you to start by, if you hopefully something in front of you is a little slippery, I'm going to move my mat so that it can slide. If you have a sock on, it works really well. If you have a carpet, that works too. And you're just going to put your foot nice and flat and slide your foot forward toward the front, keeping your foot really flat on the ground so that your toes stay down and your foot stays nice and flat, and then slide it back in. And do that again, same foot every time, so slide it out, trying to really get all the bones of the foot to stay in contact, and slide it in, and pull it in further to slide it back. You'll notice your heel starts to come off the ground, but try to keep it flat. Also, try not to roll it in to keep the contact. Slide it out, keep the foot lengthening, and then slide it back in and slide it back, and feel that ankle bending and that heel reaching. You might also feel like, oh, your hip starts to panic. Like, oh wait, my ankle doesn't bend like that. Maybe don't go that far. Slide it out, bring it in and slide it back just to where you feel like, okay, calf is acknowledging that this is a little bit of elasticity resistance, right? Bring it back. And again, bring it through and slide it back. And do the other side, slide it forward, keeping all the bones of the foot, slide it back, and slide it forward, and slide it all the way back. And again, slide it forward, and slide it back. One more time, slide forward, and slide it back. And go ahead and rest that. So I want you to roll your ankles out. You're going to let your knees open, and you're really going on the outsides of your feet. And then roll your ankles in and let your knees come together. And I want your baby toes coming up off the ground on the outsides. And bring it across and roll again so your knees open. Can you guys see my feet? Just making sure. Yeah, okay. And turn and the feet open the other way. And then come back to the center. So now do the same thing with the ankles, but without moving the knees. So we're going to rotate the ankles, meaning you're going to go to the outside of the foot. The inside of the foot will start to come up, but the knees stay still. And then bring it back to the center. And then the other direction. This direction doesn't go as far. It's not supposed to, but you are supposed to be able to do it a little bit. And then come back to the center. And again, roll to the outside. Feel the weight go on the outer foot. And come back to the center and roll the ankles the other way. And come back in one more time. Roll them out. And come back to the center and roll them in. And come back to the center. Take one foot and lift it up. We're going to grab your baby toe, and you're going to take your baby toe and you're going to pull it in toward the inside of your heel, kind of toward the inside of your knee. You'll feel a stretch, just your baby toe. Give it a little traction and then pull it across. So you get a stretch across your foot and maybe even a little into the lateral part of your leg. And then grab two toes, baby toe and the one that didn't have any roast beef, I think. Grab it and pull it in and cross it across over to the opposite side. And feel how when you get more toes, it even might stretch your hip a little bit. And then grab three toes and do the same thing. Pull the three toes out and in and around. Try not to sit so sideways, so trying to kind of keep your platform of your pelvis while this is happening. And then four toes. Pull them out and around. Yeah, the whole metatarsal, and relax that. Now, take your big toe and pull your big toe back and your four toes forward. So you're doing the toes in opposite directions. And then big toe goes forward and four toes go back. And one more time, separate one toe and then the other toes go this way, and then other toes and they go that way. And relax that leg. Place your foot down on the ground. Turn your toes under your chair and place the top of your foot down and just put a little pressure there. Yeah. And now slide it, slide it, slide it, slide it forward. Yeah. And then place the heel down and slide it back. And then turn it over, and again, slide the top of your foot forward, 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 trying to present the top of your foot, and then heel down and slide it back. And one more time, top of that foot, slide it out, push something with the top of your foot, and slide it all the way back, and place that foot back down. And just feeling the difference between the right ankle, toes, foot, compared to the left after just doing what we just did. So cross that left leg over, grab your pinky toe first, and pull the pinky toe toward your knee and the inside of your knee, and then grab two toes and do the same thing. Make sure you're not just crunching them, but that you're envisioning this long line that comes around the foot and wraps like a circle this way. And grab three toes and do the same thing, making sure not to dump all your weight onto the left sits bone, but keep that platform and rotate. And then four toes. And then with the big toe, we're gonna pull the big toe back while the four toes come around, just separating the big toe from the other four toes, and then switch it. Big toe forward, four toes back. And then big toe back, four toes forward. And again, big toe forward, four toes back. And relax that and place it down. Take the top of your foot, put it underneath you on the top of your foot. A little bit of pressure down. Make sure that your ankle's not turning in or out, that you feel like really the top of your foot is pressing. And slide it out, straight out toward the front. And then flip it and pull the heel back as far as you can. And flip it again. And top of the foot, it's kind of like a paintbrush. We're using the foot like a paintbrush. Pulling it all the way back. And then top of that foot, one more time, really drag it forward. And heel down and drag it back. And relax that back down. Ooh, that was good. Okay, everyone stand up for a second. Take right heel forward, toes are up, and I want you to shift all your weight onto that slow motion while picking the back heel up and putting you there. Right. And then shift it back again. So we're not going forward because this leg decides. We're going forward because the back leg decides. It shifts us over, right? So try that again. Bring it back. We're lifting up the heel of the back foot. Yes, it rocks you forward and around, watching you balance. Yes, and come back. Last time. The back heel comes up, slow motion, rocks you forward, and you place your weight on the other foot. And change to the other side. Place your heel in front of you. Don't put a lot of weight on it to start. And we lift the back heel up. It shifts us onto the front foot. You have to, when you change your weight, it should go outer foot and then fan to the big toe. So kind of take note, when does your big toe arrive? Is it arriving at the very beginning and you're just skipping the whole outer foot? Or are you able to come up, go on the outer bones of the foot, and then fan across those metatarsals to the big toe? Last time on this side, heel comes up, rocks you, and place it back down. Good. And rest. Okay,